And good afternoon everyone. That is just one of the videos that are starting to come in from our readers and viewers across social media, documenting the impacts of Typhoon Rammasun or Bagyong Glenda as it moved across Luzon in the Philippines. The system is now pulling away into exiting Luzon and moving now into the waters of the South China Sea or the West Philippine Sea. You can see it was last located approximately 320 kilometers west-northwest of Metro Manila as of 5 p.m. this afternoon, Wednesday, July 16th, 2014. According to the latest Japan Meteorological Agency, the maximum sustained winds are at 140 kilometers per hour with gusts of up to 195 kilometers per hour. So the system has definitely weakened, but has maintained its typhoon intensity. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center also showing slightly higher wind estimates, but roughly in the same region, 150 kilometers per hour with gusts of up to 185, making Rammasun a Category 1 typhoon. Remember, it made landfall yesterday afternoon as a Category 3 typhoon. It rapidly intensified and moved very quickly across Luzon and again exited off the waters around 8 or 9 a.m. this morning. The system has also accelerated, moving west-northwestward at 30 kilometers per hour. Looking at the latest infrared image loop, again you can see the system moving out. This is the island of Luzon in the Philippines, and most of the convection are now moving offshore. Again, the system made landfall in the province of Albay around 6 p.m. Yesterday evening, and then moved across the cities of Legazpi, Naga in the Bicol region, and then moved into province of Quezon and eventually into southern Luzon. It passed just south of Metro Manila earlier this morning and brought some very strong winds actually. In fact, the airport there in recorded near typhoon force gusts of about 100 to 110 kilometers per hour this morning, and also some very heavy rains that were brought by this typhoon. And looking at the latest radar image out of Subic, this is courtesy of Pag-asa and Climate X Philippines. Again, you can see the bands of heavy rains associated with the main circulation are now moving offshore again away from the island of Luzon. However, we are still seeing some bands of light to moderate rains moving across western portions, especially across Zambales and Bataan, and also some isolated rain showers moving across central Luzon and out here in provinces of Quezon and Aurora, and also parts of Nueva Ecija, and also some isolated thunderstorms still forming and will push to the north again as that southwesterly flow continues to enhance some rainfall across the region. The southwest monsoon, we're not expecting that to really impact the country. Again, the system is pulling away very quickly to the west, so expect those rains to gradually taper off tonight and into tomorrow. In fact, much of the Bicol region are now seeing clear conditions again as the system pulls away, which is good news. It gives the authorities the opportunity to really assess the damage out in that region. So far as reports go, we only have at least, I believe, the official death toll about 5 people. Still unfortunate, but it could definitely have been worse given the severity of this system and how quickly it just moved across. Now, as far as rainfall reports go, we receiving general 100 to 200 millimeters of rainfall across the area. Metro Manila area recording about 80 to 100 millimeters of rainfall since this morning, which is good news. Again, that forward speed, it crossed the island of Luzon in less than 14 hours, and that fast movement saved us from getting torrential rainfall. Still again seeing some flooding across urban areas and even some provinces to the south reporting some flooding and waterways overflowing, but overall it definitely could have been much worse. And again, as I've said before, conditions should gradually improve. We're receiving reports electricity and power now starting to get restored across parts of the National Capital Region. Flights out of Manila Airport are also starting to resume. And some areas actually in the region have announced that classes will resume beginning tomorrow, Thursday. As far as the forecast is concerned, again, we're expecting Rammasun to move quickly away from the Philippines. Now, this is again a computer model forecast from the COAMPS model, courtesy of the Naval Research Lab, and showing you again a Rammasun moving across South China Sea by tomorrow morning. We're expecting much of the rains to end across Luzon, and then into Friday. We're expecting the system to actually intensify a little bit more before it makes landfall in southern China, perhaps in the province of Guangdong. In fact, looking at the forecast from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, again showing a northwesterly track, and the agency is forecasting Rammasun to re-intensify back to a Category 3 typhoon by tomorrow, and then maintain that intensity as it makes landfall in the island of Hainan by Friday afternoon. And then by Saturday morning, they're expecting the system to eventually move into northern Vietnam, again maintaining that strong typhoon intensity, bringing strong winds near the center, and also that widespread threat of heavy rains across the region over the next few days. And here we have the Japan Meteorological Agency's forecast, and pretty much the same with the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, again taking the system northwesterly and then expecting landfall in the island of Hainan in the province of Guangdong as you move into Friday afternoon, and eventually into Vietnam, or perhaps across southern China in the province of Guangxi as you move into Saturday morning and into Saturday afternoon. Again, the threat of heavy rains and strong winds will be expected across much of the region out here, especially in northern Vietnam and parts of Hanoi. Before we end our video update for this afternoon, we take one final look at the western Pacific, and again you can see here Typhoon Rammasun moving away from the Philippines, but you can also see a cluster of clouds down to the east near the islands of Yap and Palau. This is Invest 93 Whiskey, and we've been watching this disturbance for the past 24 hours now, and some of the computer models are starting to show hints of development. In fact, the Joint Typhoon Warning Center has upgraded the system's chances to medium in terms of cyclone development over the next 24 to 48 hours. We will continue to watch this system for possible, again, cyclone development. So far, it's too early to tell where this system will move, but again, something to watch as we head into the latter part of this week. But that concludes our video update for this afternoon. Again, thank you for watching. As always, keep updated through our websites, Western Pacific Weather, and also on our blog. And if you have images or videos that you'd like to share documenting the impacts of Rammasun, please share them with us. We'd love to have them on our website, and again show the impacts of this typhoon as it moved across the Philippines. We've left some links on our websites, and also you can also email them to our email addresses down below on the video description page. And as always, you can also like our Facebook page and subscribe on our YouTube channel for the latest updates on this system. Again, that is all for right now. Stay safe, and see you in our next update. Bye bye.